Channel 11, New York's movie station. Tonight on the 8 o'clock movie. They called him the Terror.
He sees something he likes, kills it, and takes it home.
They thought he was dead. Now,
I think he's back.
the reign of terror begins again.
The man's a lunatic.
And only Chuck Norris can stop it.
He came up against a monster.
Chuck Norris is the hero, taking on the terror. And now, from New York's movie station, the 8 o'clock movie on Channel 11. Hero and the Terror starring Chuck Norris will return in a moment. From the director of Indecent Proposal comes a story so powerful, so alarming.
Jake, don't call back anymore, okay?
So mysterious, it takes you to the edge.
They've been following me.
I've seen them down for the first time on television.
I didn't know men could do those things.
Come back! Back!
Tim Robbins, Danny Aiello, Elizabeth Pena.
You weren't human.
Jacob's Ladder, tomorrow at 8 on Channel 11.
Why come to Treasure Island for your trees, lights, and decorations? For one thing, we guarantee value. Item for item, we will not be undersold. And compare our trees to any others. Well-made, gorgeous, and guaranteed to last for years. Everything here is better. Longer-lasting lights, fine trim, and decorations. Quite possibly the largest Christmas selection in America, and always at the best prices. When it comes to Christmas, there's only Treasure Island. It's a most unusual store.
This is the Eagle Vision. Now, some people might be surprised to learn that this is an American sports sedan. But because of its 3.3-liter V6 engine, four-wheel disc brakes, driver and front passenger airbags, Eagle Vision has a lot of people turning in their imports. We're not really surprised by this. We view it as a new kind of foreign trade agreement.
See your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Channel 11's 8 o'clock movie will return after these messages.
Coming up tonight on the Channel 11 News at 10, he preyed on elderly women, posing as a doctor, then sexually assaulting them. But he made a big mistake, and tonight he's in custody. A $200 fantasy ride in a fancy limousine with a nightclub stripper ends up at the police station for the driver and the stripper busted for prostitution. President Clinton kicks off World AIDS Day. From the nation's capital to New York City and all around the world, people raise awareness of the dreaded disease.
Anatomy of a Killer Part 3. Was career criminal Richard Springer born to be bad? Tonight, Mary Murphy with more of her chilling interview with the convicted killer. And there's a move on to put warning labels on those violent and graphic video games that are all the rage with kids. But will it do any good? Jack and I will see you at 10.
The Michael Jackson case. The witness you haven't seen. The source you haven't heard. Only on the conspiracy tapes. We've got the private eye who's got the goods on Jackson.
Other children are coming forward now.
Plus, did the Sheikh get away with murder in the plot to blow up New York?
The Sheikh worked for the CIA.
And the spy who knew too much about the JFK conspiracy. It's TV like you've never seen it. Watch the conspiracy tapes.
Wednesday at 8 on Channel 11.
Ollie, I feel like a big dinner. You find a big dinner that we can afford, and I'll do both our jobs.
Here's a deal for two from Sizzler that's impossible to pass up. 2 sirloin steak platters, including a choice of potato for just $9.98. That's right, 2 of our famous sirloin platters for just one incredible price, $9.98.
That was a great meal, Ollie. Say, you missed a spot.
When I want to look that hot and my money to buy a lie, Mandy to the rescue. Ooh, Mandy to the rescue.
When you're expecting, it's important to get complete prenatal care, the kind offered by HIP. We can help you have a happy, healthy baby with virtually no out-of-pocket expenses. Health coverage from HIP. It can help you sleep just like a baby.
are starting to break stories now. We are enterprising. We are going out there and getting the stories.
Want to go to it?
So if you tune into us, you're going to get whatever happened all across the country, as well as right here in New York and in the tri-state area and all around the world.
Watch Heidi Tong and Jack Cafferty on the Channel 11 News at 10. Now, we return to Hero and the Terror, starring Chuck Norris. Hero and the Terror, starring Chuck Norris, will return in a moment. James Woods goes undercover.
What am I going to get from you, girl?
Charles Durning goes underwater. Together, the men in blue fly to the rescue. From traffic control to bat patrol, it's law and order gone afoul. James Woods, Charles Durning, Louis Gossett Jr., Burt Young, The Choir Boys. Saturday at 5 on Channel 11, New York's movie station.
ShopRite does it right for the holidays.
ShopRite wants to save you more money for the holidays with special prices on 100 clear multicolored Christmas lights, $3.99. This 18-piece construction lighting machine set is $19.99. And this 26-inch remote control fire engine with extending and retracting ladder and more, $49.99. When it comes to holiday shopping, ShopRite saves you more money.
ShopRite does it right for the holidays.
The spirit of a star.
Come over here. Come over here.
The mind of a master.
What?
The soul of a city.
Charlie, this is business.
Together, a partnership unparalleled in movie history.
I'm going to pay him next week. I'm going to pay you.
A partnership that begins on the mean streets of New York's movie station. Robert De Niro, Harvey Keitel, Martin Scorsese's Mean Streets. Saturday at 8 on Channel 11, New York's movie station. Channel 11's 8 o'clock movie will return after these messages. Tempted by the danger.
Consider our families at war.
Corrupted by the power.
This family's gonna go down unless we do something about it.
Seduced by all that cash.
You mean drug money?
A world premiere event.
Don't worry, you're gonna get your story. I'd like to see you disappear.
Vendetta 2.
Would you ever cross me again?
The new Mafia. Monday at 8 on Channel 11, New York's movie station.
Now at KFC, a deal so good, a price so low, we can only offer it for 19 days during December.
Oh, a holiday special.
That's right, just $10.99 from KFC.
Wow.
10 pieces of delicious fried chicken, large mashed potatoes, large gravy.
What about biscuits?
And 4 hot buttermilk biscuits.
Oh, you know, a salad would be nice.
And a large order of coleslaw.
Yummy.
The holiday meal, just $10.99, only for 19 days and only at KFC.
Hey, could you throw in?
You know you're pushing it.
This is my home, Sparta, a small town with big city problems. But we're working to keep it safe. You be careful. The times have changed.
I'm crazy about you.
Maybe too fast for some.
For once, I'd like to lead the way.
Yet we're doing our best to keep up and stay on the right track.
He's never let the community down yet.
I invite you to visit with us right here in the heat of the night.
Weekdays at 11 on Channel 11.
Real quality, real fit. No wonder people feel so comfortable with Jockey.
Genuine Jockey.
Is Worf losing his grip on reality?
You don't remember us falling in love and getting married?
His world keeps changing right before his eyes.
What is my rank and position?
You're a commander and first officer.
Now he faces an uncertain destiny.
Mr. Worf does not belong in our universe.
With no escape from this mind-altering nightmare on an all-new episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Saturday at 7 on Channel 11. Now, we return to Hero and the Terror, starring Chuck Norris. Hero and the Terror, starring Chuck Norris, will return in a moment.
It's a silver time. It's a silver plate. A silver setting at a silver pace. Waiting for our very best friends. Silver bullet through. They never end. In a silver time. Coors Light. In a silver place. So right here now. A lone wolf, abandoned, fighting for survival, and a young man seeking adventure in the great Alaskan wilderness. Together, they'll forge a once-in-a-lifetime friendship. Together, they'll share the adventure of a lifetime. Disney's White Fang. Friday at 8 on Channel 11, New York's movie station. Channel 11's 8 o'clock movie will return after these messages.
A dangerous mission.
I can't loan you a Starfleet runabout without knowing where you plan on taking it.
To Cardassia 4 to rescue a Bajoran prisoner of war.
If we don't leave now, Major, we never will.
To rescue a reluctant hero.
They still need you.
But I am not the man that they think I am.
Exposes a secret society.
They call themselves the Circle.
That threatens to destroy the Alliance. Next time on Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Sunday at 7 on Channel 11.
One Friday night after work, one of our Coors drivers ran into these Bud sales guys. And after getting his chops busted for a little while over this claim that Bud drinkers prefer an extra gold, he said, guys, here's the time and the place. You tell me. The first salesman picked extra gold. The second one, I can't. The third one, right for the extra gold. And of course, their supervisor wanted nothing to do with this anyway.
You don't have to be a Bud driver to know what's better. Coors Extra Gold. Get back to real beer.
We thought really that was the proof of the pudding.
Now, we return to Hero and the Terror, starring Chuck Norris. Hero and the Terror, starring Chuck Norris, will return in a moment.
ShopRite does it right for the holidays.
ShopRite wants to save you more money for the holidays with special prices on this 19-inch Emerson cable-ready color TV, just $188. This Proctor Silex 4-slice toaster oven, $29.99. And this Proctor Silex 12-cup coffee maker, $14.99. When it comes to holiday shopping, ShopRite saves you more money.
ShopRite does it right for the holidays.
Channel 11's 8 o'clock movie will return after these messages.
Coming up tonight on the Channel 11 News at 10, it was a crime that shocked the city over the Thanksgiving holidays. A young woman murdered in her Chinese takeout store tonight. Police have arrested 3 teenage kids in her killing. Mayor-elect Rudy Giuliani makes his first major cabinet appointment, but it's not the one everybody's been waiting for. And criminal experts say he was born to be bad. Tonight in Mary Murphy's series, Anatomy of a Killer, we hear more from convicted murderer Richard Springer.
Strenuous exercise can cause heart attacks. A disturbing new study says even if you work out on a regular basis, you're at risk. And the stars turn out for a special showing of Steven Spielberg's new film, Schindler's List. And we'll tell you who Americans pick as the most admired man and woman in the world. Jack and I will see you at 10.
It's the Dodge Shadow last call. Our special allotment of extra 94 Dodge Shadows is almost gone, so you've got to hurry. And you can take advantage of $1,000 cash back, meaning you can own a new Dodge Shadow for just over $8,400. Every Shadow also comes with over 40 standard features, including power steering, power brakes, a driver's airbag, and more. Plus low down payment, on-the-spot financing, immediate delivery. So don't miss the Dodge Shadow last call. See your nearest Dodge dealer today.
Kraft helps you make holiday magic with Philly 3-step cheesecake. Just mix, pour, and bake. Look inside the box for the Philly cream cheese 3-step recipe. For a taste so rich and creamy, they'll be amazed. Make holiday magic with Philadelphia cream cheese.
Now, we return to Hero and the Terror, starring Chuck Norris. Hero and the Terror, starring Chuck Norris, will return in a moment.
At TWA, a business trip to Europe won't cramp your style. Only TWA has replaced coach with comfort class, giving you the most legroom of any airline flying to Europe at no extra cost. So you can relax on more nonstops to more European cities. And now you can stretch out on the only morning nonstop to Paris. TWA makes going to Europe on business a pleasure.
Channel 11's 8 o'clock movie will return after these messages.
Simon says, pay full price for your sportswear. Annie says, pay 25 to 50% less than that. And you don't even have to say, may I?
There's an expression that some people get it and some people don't. Well, Heidi gets it.
This is a good script.
She's been in the city a long time. She struggles with New York and conquers it day after day after day.
I love this.
She's the very best there is.
Heidi Tong and Jack Cafferty on the Channel 11 News at 10.
Only one adult cereal could be this much fun to eat. Basic 4, a colorful mix of lightly toasted flakes, sweet and tangy fruits, and crunchy nuts. Splash on cold milk and you get something tasty from each of the 4 food groups. Basic 4. Tastes so good. You'll forget it's for adults.
Okay, everybody stand up straight.
Next time on Cheers.
I've been drinking.
That original party girl, Miss Howe, is at it again. And once again, she's trying to land herself a rich husband.
Shall we begin our kindergarten teeter-tooter?
That's right. When it comes to impressing the upper crust, Rebecca always hits a high note. Next time on Cheers.
Tonight at 11 on Channel 11. We now present the conclusion of tonight's feature presentation. Join us tomorrow for more great entertainment on Channel 11, New York's movie station.
The Channel 11 News at 10 is straight ahead for you. A gang of teens behind bars tonight for a crime that shocked the city over the holiday weekend. A young Chinese store owner was gunned down for a few dollars in her purse. Tonight we'll go live to the Bronx and talk to the family about the capture of her alleged killers. He abused their bodies and abused their trust. We'll tell you about a Long Island man who posed as a doctor in order to sexually assault elderly women. A fantasy limousine ride that offered more than just a drive through the park. Police say a Manhattan club was selling sex on the road. We'll have a live report. First, it was violence on television. Now lawmakers have set their sights on a new target of death and destruction, video games. We'll show you what your kids are playing and what some senators want to do about it. Plus, an auxiliary cop answers an emergency call and dies in the line of duty. Part 3 of a special series, Anatomy of a Killer. World AIDS Day brings events around the globe, and heckling for President Clinton, a special ceremony here in New York City. Mayor-elect Rudy Giuliani appoints the very first member of his new cabinet. Steven Spielberg's in town for the screening of his new movie, The Most Admired Man and Woman in America. The Long Island Railroad's oldest rider, an honor for Heidi Tong, Mr. G with the forecast, and Jerry Gerard with a big announcement from the NBA star. That and much more on the Channel 11 News in a minute or two.
In New York, this is the Channel 11 News at 10 with Heidi Tong, Jack Cafferty, Jerry Gerard, and Mr. G.
Good evening. It was a murder that shattered a family and outraged our city. A young Chinese restaurant owner gunned down for $19 in the Bronx.
Tonight, police have 3 teenagers in custody for her murder, and even more horrifying, the suspects are only 14 and 15 years old. Jason Carroll is standing by live right now at the 48th Precinct with the latest for us. Jason.
And, Cuddy, it's difficult to understand how these suspects could have been so young and how they could have taken a woman's life for just $19. And now, tonight, a detective tells us that these suspects showed very little remorse for what they did. Alan? Late tonight, a despondent Yo family leaves the 48th Precinct. Alan Yo has spent the last 9 hours translating the statements of 3 defendants charged in connection with the brutal, senseless murder of his sister, 30-year-old Sue Kim Yo. He spoke exclusively to Channel 11 News about the investigation.
Only be comfortable once they lock up in jail.
3 suspects are now in custody. 15-year-old Shaquem Hodge, his accomplices, 2 14-year-old boys whose names are not being released. Shaquem, do you have anything to say at all, Shaquem? Hodge allegedly admitted to fatally shooting Yo in the head last Wednesday night at the Chinese takeout where she worked. The incident happening when Yo refused to give up the $19